Zahra stood in her cramped apartment, her eyes fixed on the stack of final notices cluttering the kitchen table. The rent was overdue again, and the landlord's voicemails felt like a heavy weight in her pocket. In the next room, her children slept peacefully beneath drawings taped to peeling walls. She checked her bank balance. It was a hollow number, barely enough to cover the week's groceries. The struggle felt endless. That Thursday night, the cold air seeped through the window as she sat on the floor. Trembling, she pressed her forehead against the wall and whispered, "Ya Allah, I am trying. Please, open a door for me." Morning brought her mother's wisdom to mind. Give charity on Friday. It brings sustenance from where you least expect. With a steady heart, she took her last crumpled bills and coins to the community center, dropping every cent into the donation box. Empty-handed, but spiritually full, Zahra continued to give. The following Friday, she shared fresh produce with a neighbor who had even less. When her money ran out, she gave her time, volunteering at the soup kitchen during every lunch break. She scrubbed floors and carried heavy crates until her back ached and her hands were rough. She wasn't just working. She was placing her trust in a promise far greater than a paycheck. Then, the tide turned. On a Tuesday, her manager called her in, handing her a contract with a salary increase she had never dared to ask for. 2 weeks later, a reliable car became hers for almost nothing. As she turned the ignition, her hands shook with gratitude. The final test came with a mortgage application she had failed 3 times before. This time, the officer's voice was clear on the phone. "You are approved." The doors were finally swinging wide open. Zahra stood in her new, empty living room, bathed in pure sunlight, looking at the clean, white walls where her children's art would soon hang. She felt a profound peace. She whispered, "This is not my doing. This is Allah's blessing." She had finally arrived at the life she once only saw in her prayers.